Hello, welcome back to Reading Success Academy for another second grade spelling lesson. If you have a student who is needing some help with their spelling, maybe second grade or even a struggling third grade student, this would be great for them. They can grab paper and pencil, and they'll need 3 colored pencils because they're going to add some color to the different spellings of the sound ooh. There are 9 different ways to spell ooh, but we're only going to tackle 3 of them this time because that's an awful lot to manage for someone who's in second grade. So we'll get started with that. Grab paper and pencil, and I'll show you how to set up your paper. All right, so when we're setting up our paper for 3 different spellings of ooh, now I've got these listed over here, but on their paper, you're going to write UI with an underline, that in the top left-hand corner, OO, underline it in the upper right-hand corner, or maybe about the middle of the page, depending on the size of the handwriting, and then EW with a line under it. These are just here because these are going to stay on the screen as we move from one word to another. So we'll be sorting the words in the list by how the ooh sound is spelled, and then we'll add some color to those as well. All right, let's jump right in with our very first word. Okay, we have blue, like the wind blew down the house. And it's a very windy day here in Kansas City. I would not be surprised if I saw this happening. Very windy. So this is past tense of the word blow. We blew it down, and if you know the color blue, you realize, oh, that's another way to spell ooh. That's UE, and we do have that spelling in a lot of other words too. So that would be a great opportunity to say, hey, guess what? That's not blue the color, that's blue like it blew down. Like, so past tense of blow. I always like to make sure that students know how we use the words. So especially with a past tense word that sounds like a sight word that they know, we want to make sure that they know how to use the words correctly and know the difference between those spellings. All right, we're going to jump into spelling the word blue. That one has EW for that ooh sound. And we're going to say each sound as we write the letters. We're going to start out with our pencil. I'm going to go down here where the EW is on my paper. I'm going to say each sound as we write the letters to help cue us to what letter comes next. We're going to say B, ooh, and then I'm going to switch to my color for EW. I'm going to say ooh, blue, and underline the EW. So now it's easier for our eyes to see exactly where that ooh spelling is in the word. We say each sound as we write the letters to make this a multi-sensory activity. We want to involve as many of our senses as possible to learn the information faster and retain it longer. All right, let's move on to another word. Okay, now we have bloom, like what a flower or plant might do. Bloom. There's 4 sounds, but there's 5 letters because 2 of them are working together to make one sound. That's the OO. In fact, this is the most common spelling of the sound ooh. All right, we're going to grab our pencil, and we're going to go to our OO column, and we're going to say each sound as we write the letters. But we're going to hold that ooh sound while we write both of these. It's just a little added reminder that it takes 2 letters to make that sound. So say each sound as you go. B, ooh, ooh, bloom. We saw the flowers bloom. Next up, we have fruit. So we have a UI for our spelling of ooh in this word. We'll start it with F, R, and then we'll grab our UI color. Ooh, holding that sound while you write both of them. And then finish with that last sound. Now, if you're writing the word and you forget where you are in it, if you just memorized a whole list of letters so you knew what the spelling was, you could get stuck here because you don't have anything to clue you in as to what comes next. By saying each sound and then going back and saying the part of the word that you already have already will cue you up for that next sound. So right now we have fru, fru. What do we need to make it fru? T, t, t. We need to add this sound picture. T. A sound picture is, it can be a letter, but it can also be 2, 3, or 4 letters working together to make one sound. So UI is a sound picture. EW is a sound picture. OO is a sound picture, as well as individual letters. All right, we're going to continue on. We've got fruit now. Now we have mood. We're going to start out with pencil. We're going to say each sound as we write the letters. There are 3 sounds in mood. Oo, d, but 4 letters because those 2 O's work together. Ooh, d, mood. What kind of mood are you in? Okay, continuing on. Now we have UI for the oo sound, but we have something a little different in this word. The SE here works together to make the sound Z or S, depending on how you pronounce this word. With cruise, I usually have a little bit of a Z sound in that, and maybe you pronounce it with just S. Either way is fine. It's just a matter that you remembering that the S and the E work together to make one sound there. So we'll group those 2 letters together. That is a sound picture with 2 letters. So that goes in our UI column. Say each sound as you go. K, R, switch to your UI color. And you don't have to use the same colors I do. Ooh. Underline that ooh. And then Z, holding that Z sound as I write both letters. Just a reminder that it gets 2 letters for that sound, and then group those 2 together. By having the color and the underline, that helps your eyes focus on the spelling of oo, the target sound that we're working on. And then having the group together letters elsewhere in the word reminds you, hey, I need to pay attention to this spelling at the end of this word. And so when you're studying your words, you can pay a little bit closer attention to those. All right, let's try another one. Now we have chew. So this word only has 2 sounds. Ch, oo. 4 letters though, because the EW works together for oo, but also you have a CH for your ch sound. So again, we're going to group those 2 letters together to show one sound picture. That one goes in our EW column down here. Ch. Now that sound just pops out. We can't hold that sound. We'll just say ch and write those letters down, and then we'll switch to our EW color and listen for the next sound you hear in chew. We have ch. What comes next in chew? Ooh. So hold that ooh sound while you write both letters. Ooh, chew. And we'll underline that EW, which I forgot to do on the last one. There we go. Now, I hope that you can see by looking at these now that it's more obvious where the oo sound is in the word and how it's spelled because we put those in color. Now, there are a couple other different ways that you can practice your words besides just sorting them. We can make rainbow words out of them. We can make sailboat words out of them. They're really fun ways to practice your words, especially if you have some tricky spellings. Like maybe if the word fruit was giving you trouble, we would grab the color for that UI, and we can do a sailboat word with it. We're going to say each sound as we go. We're going to write the very first letter, f, and then underneath it, we're going to write it again, f, and then write the next sound that comes in it, r, and we'll repeat that, f, r, and we'll have the first letter of oo in here. Repeat it again. Hope I don't run out of room. F, r, oo, then we'll finally have the whole word here all together. F, r, oo, t, fruit. Now, I call these syllable words because the shape that the word forms as you're adding one letter to each kind of forms a right triangle, which also looks like the sail of a sailboat. Well, I'm really running out of room here. So we'll connect that. And it's a really windy day out on the lake where this sailboat is, so it's going to be kind of a wavy line there. And my boat part, it's going to be a little bit cut off here because I'm running out of room, but you can add a little boat here if you'd like. And you could tell a little story about fruit that went sailing. Maybe they went out on the seas and all the fruit ended up being eaten by marine animals. Who knows? You can make it a fun story if you like. And you can add as many ooh words into it as you choose. It might put you in a really good mood. So that's just a fun way to practice your words. And I can show you some other ways to practice the words. I have a whole list of these words and bonus words that you can work with to learn those ooh spellings. All you need to do is send me an email and request the list and the worksheets that go with it so you can have a lot of fun practice with the spelling words. I do these lessons for grades 1 through middle school, and you can find those classes listed at spellingclasses.com. Make sure you subscribe so you see when I go live next, and you'll know when the next video comes out. And I will see you tomorrow with